What a morning. I had a kindergarten graduation this morning, and then a chapel this afternoon, and now it's Bible story time with Pastor Chris. But I can't have any more interruptions. We've got to keep moving. I just don't have time for it. I'll have to deal with it later. We need to turn to Mark 5 and hear about Jesus as a healer. Let's turn and listen. I'm going to take a little break and let these pictures do the storytelling. Jesus stood on the shore of the Sea of Galilee, and a large crowd gathered around him. Jairus, one of the leaders in the synagogue, fell at Jesus' feet and begged for his help. "My daughter is about to die. Please come touch her so she will be healed and live," he said. Jesus went with Jairus, and many people followed, crowding around him. In the crowd was a woman who had been bleeding for 12 years. She had seen many doctors and had spent all her money trying to get better, but no one could help her. In fact, she was getting worse. The woman said to herself, "If I just touch Jesus' clothes, I will be healed." She came up behind Jesus in the crowd and touched his clothes. Immediately her bleeding stopped, and she knew she was healed. At that moment, Jesus felt that power had gone out of him. He turned around. "Who touched my clothes?" he asked. Jesus' disciples were confused. They pointed out that many people were crowding around him. How could Jesus tell if someone touched him? But Jesus kept looking. The woman, knowing she was healed, came forward and fell before Jesus. She told him what had happened. Jesus said to her, "Daughter, your faith has saved you. Go in peace. You are healed." While Jesus was speaking, some men came from Jairus' house and told Jairus, "Your daughter is dead. Do not bother Jesus anymore." Jesus heard what the men said, and he told Jairus, "Do not be afraid. Just believe." I'm sure Jairus wished that Jesus had been in more of a hurry and got to his house sooner. When he got there, Jesus and 3 of his disciples went into the house. People there were crying loudly. "Why are you crying?" Jesus asked. "The child is not dead. She is sleeping." The people laughed. They could not believe Jesus. And so Jesus told them to leave. Jesus took Jairus and his wife into the room where the child was. He took the girl by hand and said, "Little girl, get up." Immediately the girl got up and began walking around. Jairus and his wife were amazed. Jesus told them to give the girl some food and not to tell anyone what had happened. Wow, wasn't that another great story about Jesus as a healer? From the woman who had been bleeding for 12 years to the little girl who actually died and Jesus brought her back to life. Jesus was the Son of God, and he had the power to heal and care for others. I think Jesus also showed me that he made time for anyone and everyone, that Jesus never saw people as an interruption, but as an opportunity to teach and care and love and heal. You see, Jesus was going to help Jairus, but he stopped and he found the woman who had touched him and had been healed, and he talked to her. Hopefully, we can have that same heart to keep our eyes and ears open for interruptions that Jesus may be sending our way. Maybe there's someone we need to listen to or care for or pray for that looks like an interruption. Thinking of that, I better go check my phone and see who called. I'll see you next time.